In other words, if you hear me, okay, I'll say you heard, me or anyone else, man, I had a fire at my home. Okay, we're going to do a love offering. And we're going to collect $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 and get furniture and clothing and food and all this kind of stuff. Wouldn't it be a whole lot better, though, if we heard there's a fire and an item who takes care of the finances say, yeah, we already set aside $4,000 for that situation. Not that we have to raise it, but it's already there. Or if the church needs a new roof. Or if we're doing an outreach program. Man, I just don't know if we have enough money to do that. If anyone knows me, I hate money. Okay? I want to touch it. I want to deal with it. And I told Ivan that the other day. When we're looking at a project, just give me a budget. I'll stay in that budget. Just give me a budget. But I'll tell you, our floodgate should be wide open. Jesus says, give. Be a joyful giver. Test me in this, he says. Test me and see if I will not bless your life if you put me first. Man, I want to put Jesus first. I want to look at that. I mean, it's an amazing process when you start putting yourself in line with God has. Because we can look at a lot of different biblical principles as far as tithing, because you can say, well, 10% was Old Testament, it's a matter of what I can become. I mean, I don't care where you're at. If you're putting God first, He'll bless it. But again, we're going to get into that down the road. But those are two areas I want you to really look at. Your calendar and your checkbook. And I want to see where, I want you to, and we're not going to take an inventory. I'm not going to ask you to raise your hand. I'm not going to ask you to fill out a form, ask you where. This is a spiritual inventory for you. I want you to be united and in one accord with one another here. But more than that, I want you to be in one accord with what God has. Because that's my heart. That's what Jesus Christ wants us to do. And that's a biblical thing. We have to start looking at where we are. How we're taking care of one another. How we're doing the things that we need to do. Tina, if I want you to start heading down this way. Part of being in one accord and what we're trying to do here as far as looking at Irresistible Church is to put others before ourselves. Let's look at Philippians 2, 1 through 5 real quick, and I'm going to turn it over to Tina. It says, if you have any encouragement from being united with Christ, if any comfort comes from His love, if any fellowship with the Spirit, if any tenderness and compassion, then make my joy complete by being like-minded, having the same love, being one in spirit and purpose. I want you to look at this one. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility consider others better than yourself. Each of you should look not only on his own interest, but also the interest of others. In other words, we have to show our society and our world, first of all, we're not living a me attitude. Because I'll tell you, there's nothing unattractive, more unattractive, when I talk to a person or a group, that it's all about them. Look more highly upon others than yourself. I love honoring another person. I love to just to give homage where it belongs. And our outreach is like-minded right now. I believe in what Jesus Christ wants of us, because outreach means what? Reaching out. And that's going out, and that's taking care of our community, trying to reach people for Jesus Christ. So Tina's going to explain what's up here. I'm going to turn it over to her to finish things out, and we'll see where the Lord takes us this morning.